what is going on in the world of Ensiferum right now?
Uh, well, literally just waiting for the album to come out. But otherwise, we're doing fine. Well, all the shows for this summer is canceled this far, so
Yeah.
basically we got only the album release coming out. So that's our summer highlight this far.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's been pretty much canceled for 2020, it seems.
Very much, yeah.
Well, so I mean, how has this whole thing been affecting you guys as a band? I mean, like, what have you been doing to keep yourselves busy?
Well, I can speak for myself. Playing a lot of guitar at home, playing Xbox, watching Netflix and movies and series, cooking food, keeping the house clean, basically.
Yeah.
There's not that much kind of like happening outside since most of the people are still somewhat following this self-quarantine thing, but I think it's going to start loosening up when the weather is getting warmer over here. So
Hopefully, we definitely hope so, man. As far as the band is concerned, how long have you guys been doing this, and how exactly did it get started?
you mean from the beginning of time?
Yeah.
All right. Well, the band was formed in the change of 95, 96. So it's been around pretty long, 25 years, pretty much this far. And, well, what can I say? It's been a long road so far.
Yeah.
Well, I joined the band 2004, so I wasn't in the original lineup when the band was formed. But the information what has been provided to me was that the guys wanted to have a very melodic heavy metal band with folk influences.
So exactly, how did you come to join the band?
This was in spring 2004 when the former lead singer Jari Mäenpää left the band to work on his Winter Sun project, and the recordings of that album was actually overlapping with the first ever European tour for Ensiferum. So they kind of like split up at that point, and they asked me to fill in for that tour only. But now, 16 years later, I'm still around.
Hell yeah, man. So now, as far as the band name, do you know if there's a story behind that, like how they come up with the band name?
Yeah, that's actually a pretty funny story. Well, this was also when the guys were in their teens, and they had a Latin dictionary, and they opened it up by a random page, and they just point a finger on the page, and there it was, Ensiferum.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really lucky that they landed on that name.
Oh yeah, it could be a lot weirder, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Now, as far as your musical influences, what got you into playing music when you were young?
Well, right before I started to play guitar, I wanted to actually be a drummer myself, but somehow that one then just got dropped off, and I picked up a guitar. And well, my personal influencers has been Megadeth and Slayer from the day one.
Hell
and
yeah.
They still are. And then you got a lot of bands who I really much enjoy listening still today. That's been affecting my road with my guitar.
Very cool, man. Now, as far as the new record from Ensiferum, Thalassic, I love the artwork. I got to ask you about that. Who did you guys get to do the artwork for this?
We used the same guy who has been doing our latest two, maybe two album covers. Gila. He's from Hungary, so I'm not gonna even go for that last name. It's epically weird. I cannot even pronounce it in very lame terms, you know. Uh, that guy, he is really good what he does, and we are very satisfied to the album artwork as well.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful, man. And I see Metal Blade has put together quite a I think it's like a box set of everything that you can get, or a bunch of different packages. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Um, Actually, I have no other information about these packages that is already out there. What you can see, so I'm actually waiting, kind of like my own copy of it, so I would actually really see what's in it.
Oh wow!
But I know, yeah, there is some cool boxes coming out, which has some special items in it, and there's a bunch of different vinyls coming out, of course, because vinyls are making a nice comeback nowadays, which is very much appreciated.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I see they've even got a horn that you can like drink beer and ale out of.
Yeah, of course. You know, every man should have a drinking horn, right?
Hell yeah, man! That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, looking back on your career, what's one of the craziest things that you've seen so far that really sticks out in your mind?
Um, every time a bus breaks down in the middle of nowhere,
Every time?
every time the bus breaks down, it's never in any urban environment. You know, it's like 100 miles off, closest to anything, and then you're just literally stuck out there. Those are the well. It's not so funny at the time when it's happening, but you know, afterwards you just find yourself like, how did we manage to pull out the show on that night, even we were stuck with a broken bus, hundreds of miles of freaking nowhere, and still managed to pull it off. Those are like retrospectively very funny. Those moments, you know.
Yeah, I can imagine. As far as those shows that you played on those nights after something like that happened, do you feel like it affected your? Do you feel like it changed the overall feeling when you were on stage, or did you just forget about all that when you got out there?
Yeah, of course. When you manage to pull yourself out of that situation and you can play the show, you definitely feel like a champion. You know, there's everything can be overcome in these kind of situations, and for that one, you also need to have a good crew and good people to take care of you and the band, who always makes everything happen, no matter what is happening. You know, they always make it do.
Yeah, definitely. Now on the new album, can you tell us a little bit about the lyrical themes on this record?
Well, this is a theme album. It's thalassic means related to and of sea, water. So the themes on the songs lyrics are around water and ocean this time.
Very cool. Now, as far as the studio process, when you guys were recording the record, was this before the quarantine happened, or was it after?
We finished recording right before the quarantine happened. So during the studio time, this year looked very normal still. But right after that one, it all changed. So
Well, moving forward, I mean, I know it's kind of hard to ask you what kind of plans you have for the future, but do you have any plans set out so far?
we are working on putting together a live stream show, so that is in the works right now. And we shot a new music video a couple of weeks ago, and I think that one will be coming out next month at some point. So we've been, well, focusing on these things this far, but for the rest of the year, we have actually no idea, man.
Yeah, I think that's for all of us, man. We're all just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen next and see what we can do next, you know? It's all just up in the air.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, as far as the metal community is concerned, how do you think you think the metal community will probably bounce back pretty quick whenever things do start to go back to normal, if they ever do?
Well, I sincerely hope so, that people will get back to normal and not be afraid of, going to clubs and venues to check out shows live, even though there is a lot of people in it. It's kind of hard to foresee how this one is going to turn out after the quarantine is done and life starts to get back to normal. How big of an effect this will actually have.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I hope that things do start to go back to somewhat normal, and we can figure out a way to get back in the live shows and get back out there and see bands live again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm about out of questions for you. Is there anything else you want to let your fans know?
Well, keep your eyes and ears open. Hopefully we can put out the information about the live shows soon enough, and check out the new music video. It will be out next month. It will be released before the album comes out, so check that one out. And everybody stay safe, take care of each other and your family and friends, and we'll see you on stage when stages are back open.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. Before I let you go, can I get you to make us a station tag?
Sure thing.
All right. Whenever you're ready, say something like, "This is Ensiferum, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio."
Absolutely, man. Hi, this is Pete from Ensiferum, and you are listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Perfect. Well, once again, thanks a lot for taking the time, and hopefully we'll see something from you guys soon. We'll be on the lookout for those live shows, okay?
Absolutely, man. You take care.
All right, you too, man. Cheers.
All right. Cheers.